Yo, what's up, guys? This is D Brown with Trackheads. I'd like to welcome to another episode of Trackheads. So, I just got finished watching the 2024 Olympic Paris women's 400-meter hurdles semifinals. Really tremendous quality fields that we have. You know, we had the three semifinals. We had basically Sydney McLaughlin show, the Femke Bowl show, and then we had the Rochelle Clayton show. As you guys saw, even with my picks and some of my predictions that I predicted almost a week ago, I had Sydney McLaughlin running, then I had Femke Bowl running, and then I had, it was going to be a toss-up between Rochelle Clayton and Anna Cockrell. So it's really difficult to pick just because everyone just looked really smooth, really dominant in their races. One thing I can say that's going to be a huge factor going forward is race patterns. And I'll break down each person's race, but when I saw Sydney McLaughlin run, again, it looked very powerful, looked very smooth. But one thing that I kind of noticed was that she was stutter stepping on a lot of those hurdles. And I think, I saw someone say that, they said the track is really fast, so her steps are really off. And I think if the track is fast, she may need to take less steps going into the hurdles, which may be a race pattern maybe she didn't prepare for. But it also could indicate that she's off of the pattern of that. Like for example, she ran 52.5 or 52.1, I believe, to run her race in the 400-meter hurdle semifinals. So Sydney McLaughlin, in my personal opinion, maybe she will be on pattern if she's on 49.50 pace. So it could be that, she's kind of reserving herself and kind of not pushing the pace too much in the first half of the race. It may be a better pattern for her to take it out, maybe a little bit more aggressive. I mean, she's gonna have to anyway. She has to find 3 seconds, 2 seconds in order to run 49 to 50. But that's just something I observed. There was a couple stutter steps. There was a couple moves. Did it look like it bothered her? No, she looks really strong right now, which is great to see. We saw Rochelle Clayton. She was in the first heat. She took it out really well, really aggressive, and she finished really well. Went 53 flat. You really can't complain with that kind of run. Like I said, I have her for third along with Anna Cockrell. It's a toss-up between them two because their PRs are like this. They have the same kind of strengths. They take it out really aggressive, and that finish, they could always get stronger, but they look like they have a really strong finish. So just really up to see, who's going to finish the best, especially coming off of those faster paces that Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Bowl is going to do. The person who looks the easiest was Femke Bowl. I mean, she was against Anna Cockrell. Anna Cockrell took it out pretty well, but Femke Bowl pretty much from, the last 250 all the way to the 400 just looked like she just ate up track. Very subtle, very strong. I think people are very confused in terms of like her strength. So her strength isn't the fact that she knows how to accelerate. It's the fact that she decelerates the least. So people are like, man, it doesn't even like she's running fast. She looks very smooth. Yes, for sure. But I think if we look at her splits, she keeps a very honest, consistent pace all the way around the track. If she's in shape to go 50.5, which I think that she's in based on her mixed relay 400 split of 47.9 that she ran, it looks like she wasn't even pushing the pace too much. She did most of her damage in like the last 50 meters when everyone's decelerating. I mean, she's just so strong. And I think she may be fast enough, running that 22.7 or 6 that she ran indoor season. I think she's more than strong enough to be able to finish. And the name of the game, I feel like, is how far is Sydney McLaughlin going to be ahead of her to be able to withstand her strength coming home. Because Sydney McLaughlin is strong too, but I think she's on the faster side this year. I still have Sydney McLaughlin winning. I still have Femke Bowl getting second. And based on this particular race, I'm going to force myself to make a pick. I think I like how Anna Cockrell's looking. She tackled that last hurdle really well, but so did Rochelle Clayton. Whew, it's going to be tough. I think, I don't know. My gut's telling me to go with Rochelle Clayton. My gut's telling me to go with Rochelle Clayton, but don't be surprised if you see Anna Cockrell come in there and really make sure that she cements her race. I think she got a taste of what Femke Bowl has in the semifinal, and I think after 100, when Femke Bowl kind of like leaves everybody, she's going to have to make sure she stays engaged and focused because it's going to be no man's land. If those two athletes are pushing each other in the last 100, is really going to be a test for third. And if you're looking at their back and kind of like, man, I'm disconnected from this race, you have to make sure you stay engaged with them in some kind of capacity. And it needs to be somebody who's not scared to go with them, and not afraid to die. So yeah, I think it's going to be a four-person race. But, you know, we have a French athlete who also made it, who managed to get second in that first heat with Rochelle Clayton, who wasn't expected to make it, I think. So very interesting setup, because, you know, what they say, you get an extra bit of strength when you have an extra bit of strength when you're going with the you get a bit of strength when you're running in your home country. So I think it's going to be an interesting race. So yeah, guys, that's just my 2 cents. I want to thank you guys for watching. This is D Brown with Trackheads. Peace.